Time is 5:14 on this Monday morning. Hope you had a great weekend. We had some storms early Sunday. Cold temperatures started to move in yesterday, and that's really going to set the tone for this week. It's going to be cold, at least cold compared to what we had early on in the month. Rain, snow going to be possible late Tuesday into Wednesday, and then even colder air settles in by the end of the week. But you're waking up to some cold temperatures. It's 27 in Murphy, 29 in Athens, 24 in Altamont, and 32 here in Chattanooga. About 25 to 30 degrees colder than this time yesterday morning. Plus, the winds are still relatively gusty, upwards of 15 to 20 miles per hour. Should start to relax a little bit later on today, but your wind chill values are in the teens. In the Blue Ridge and Murphy, feels like 23 in Athens, 13 in Altamont, and 22 here in Chattanooga. So definitely jacket-worthy weather out there as you're stepping out the door on this Monday morning. Hour by hour, 35 by 11 o'clock, but notice those wind chills kind of hang in the upper 30s for much of the day. We will eventually climb into the 40s with plenty of sunshine out there, and there could be maybe a flurry or two along the plateau. Better chance along the Tennessee-North Carolina line between now and about 8 o'clock, and then that dry air going to take over area wide, and it's going to shape up to be a pretty sunny day across much of the southeast. But changes are coming. Like I mentioned, we'll have that chance for a little bit of wintry weather later this week. Now, it's not going to be anything like we had back in January, but still going to be a few flakes flying around. Winter storm watches posted for parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, winter storm warnings for West Tennessee, north of Memphis, Missouri, and parts of Arkansas. So we'll see if any of those advisories make it to the Tennessee Valley. I think we'll at least get a winter weather advisory because it does look like this system is going to give us at least a little bit of snow early on Wednesday. Now, temperatures and moisture availability are going to be limited. It's going to be a quick moving system, so I'm not expecting any major impacts here, but there will be some snow Wednesday morning as you're joining us, and then it should transition to more of a rain, snow, sloppy mix throughout the afternoon before things move out. Could be a couple inches of snow north of the city. I think south of Chattanooga, maybe an inch if we're lucky, but not going to be any major impacts on the roads because it looks like temperatures are going to be above freezing for most of the day on Wednesday, especially for Chattanooga and points south. So as we take a look at our winter weather tracker, again, going into Wednesday morning, some of that blue starts to spread across much of the state of Tennessee, that mixed line across North Mississippi, North Alabama, and then by Wednesday morning around 7 o'clock. So as the sun's about to come up, some of that snow spreading across much of our coverage area, wintry mix further to the south where you see that pink, and maybe even a little bit cold rain across North Georgia. This will continue through the morning, and then by the afternoon, temperatures start to rise above freezing, and it looks like a lot of this moisture is actually going to move out pretty quickly on Wednesday, and then by Wednesday evening, just a couple of sprinkles or flurries left behind. So notice this is a quick moving system. It doesn't look like the precipitation is going to be overly heavy, and temperatures are going to be somewhat marginal above freezing. So here's a look at your accumulation. This is one model, the European, picking up about a half of an inch on average, maybe a localized area picking up an inch or so. And this is the GFS, which is a little more bullish. So again, depending on what model you look at, there's going to be changes, differences. So I'm going to make my own snow map here shortly, but you know, a couple inches possible with this scenario, putting a little bit heavier moisture back in. So there's still several things that can happen with this system. We'll get a better idea throughout the rest of today. We'll see what the latest trends say as we get into your afternoon, but nonetheless, download the Local 3 weather app. I think there's a good chance we will see snow falling from the sky on Wednesday, but again, I'm not expecting major impacts with this system. Today, 44, mostly sunny, going to be some cold temperatures. Tonight's going to be another hard freeze as we drop down into the 20s, and then looking ahead to your next 7 days of weather here across the Tennessee Valley. Today, tomorrow, going to be nice. Late Tuesday into Wednesday, that's when we're going to be tracking that chance for a wintry mix of rain, snow, maybe a little bit of sleet. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, temperatures are going to be cold, but we will start to rebound, and by Sunday back to around 50 degrees.
Down and back up.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, this snow event, not going to be anything like we had in January.
Yeah.
But
Could it be pretty for a couple hours?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Especially those higher elevations. Thank you, Clay.